Howdy, y'all, and thank y'all for coming. Today's ceremony marks a bittersweet occasion. One of the finest darn builders to ever grace this humble town will be leaving all of us, but he's off to a well-earned retirement. A few words, Mason? It appears our dear Mason is overwhelmed with emotion. Come on, folks, lighten up. A toast, then, to Mason and to new beginnings for the future of Sandrock.
My stars! Seeing your father up there picking and strumming like a mad fool? Well, it brings me back.
It ain't fair, Ma. You and Pa get to pursue y'all's leisures and do whatever y'all want. When's it my turn?
Now, Elsie dear, you still got some growing up to do. I reckon once you show a bit of maturity, like your friend Mian here, mayhaps we could do to ease off the reins a bit.
Oh, Ma, Mian ain't no more mature than me. That whoopee cushion we put in Pa's strumming chair the other day was her idea.
What? That's because I lost that bet to you.
Somehow this doesn't feel like a party. Come on, y'all. The music's great. Let's have some fun. We can worry about the town's prospects later.
Why, yes, Owen. There's no need to worry about our prospects, as we have no prospects to worry about.
Hey, Gramps. You're killing the vibe, man. What's with all the doom and gloom? Sandrock is on the up and up, you hear? Soon, everything's gonna be smooth sailing. I truly believe it.
Justice is right. We have a lot to look forward to. 2 new builders. Trudy's close to a breakthrough. Everything will be all right for Sandrock.
And so you see, that mischievous little Mian made a teensy little mistake. When she said that we don't charge for overnight commissions, what she meant to say is that actually, we do. In fact, that's an understatement. We charge out the wazoo for overnight commissions.
Yeah, I know all about the overnight policies. It's just that Mian said she thought she could get us a discount.
Yes, well, she's been overruled. Sorry, old pal, but if we made an exception for you, we'd have to start making exceptions for everyone. And that would be far too exceptional.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to shortchange the good folks over at the Commerce Guild.
That's what I love about you, Owen. Always so perfectly punctual with your payments. Well, I must be going. My employees won't reprimand themselves, don't you know? So long!
Oh, hey! You've come at just the right time. So, the wildest thing happened. Grace had a little spat with the oven and, long story short, blew the whole kitchen to smithereens. Don't worry. Everyone's fine. And luckily, Mian was available to help out with damage control. So that's all well and good. My issue now is that the night the kitchen exploded, Grace insisted she'd take a pay cut until all the repairs were paid for, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. But now without Leanne's discount, I just can't let Grace foot the bill. She'd be scraping by for months, if not years. I paid Yen already. It's water under the bridge in my mind. 'Cause, these things happen. I can't stand letting her take on such a huge burden. She's just a student. All right, so here's where you come in. As a builder, you can just convince her that the repairs aren't that expensive. Then she won't feel so bad, and maybe she'll just forget about the whole thing. It's foolproof. All right, but let's not be too hasty now. We need to be prepared if we're really gonna change Grace's mind. She really has a way of turning things around on you. Maybe she's on the debate team or something. Here's the deal. Whatever she asks you, just follow my lead. Capiche? Don't let her throw you off your game. Stick to the plan. Guess we're as ready as we're ever gonna be. Let's go track down Grace. I'll be right behind you.
I just need to put in a bit of salt. Thanks, boss.
Seems someone hasn't quite learned their lesson, but that's neither here nor there. Look who I've brought. Your friendly neighborhood builder, here to help us come to a conclusion on that whole explosion incident.
Oh, hey! And you're still on about that, Owen? That was a terrible mess, and I'm completely to blame. I'll be footing the bill in full for the kitchen restoration, regardless of what you may have told the builder here.
Hey, come on, Grace. It's no biggie. And even if it was, the Blue Moon has plenty set aside for rainy days, or explosive days, for that matter. Anyway, everything is taken care of now, and it hardly cost me a dime. Don't believe me? Just ask for a second opinion here.
All right, I'll bite. You plan to tell me the truth now, don't you? Let's begin. What is your name?
Huh? Where are you going with this one?
I have my reasons. Your name, please? Okay, next question. Next, where are you from originally? Highwind. Nice weather this time of year, yes? Very windy, I've heard. That'll do. Now I know what you look like when you're deciding whether or not to answer truthfully. Next, I'll be asking what I really want to know. And don't even think about bending the truth to help Owen change my mind. Got it? I can read you like a book. Now, builder, tell me, how much did it cost to renovate the Blue Moon kitchen?
More than a few glasses of milk, but less than a herd of Yakmel. Grace, it's fine. I wish you'd just forget about all this.
Good, as I suspected. Next question. The events in question occurred 2 days prior, and on the second day, when I came to work, the kitchen was already as good as new. Something here doesn't add up. Don't tell me you builders are dabbling in magic. Explain.
What's your angle, Grace? Grace. The two new builders in town are both riled up and full of vinegar. You're just used to old Mason and his whiny ways. Nothing unusual here, right?
I see. Next question. Regardless, Owen must have had to pay me on for working overnight. Tell me how much that would have been.
Be that as it may, a kind lady that she is, Mian gave me a discount. The difference in the bill was so small, I almost forgot about it.
Owen says he was charged slightly more, and you're saying there was no overnight expedient charge?
Silly me. I guess there was no overnight fee. I must have just imagined that part.
Uh-huh. Okay, next question.
Grace. Enough with the third degree. There's really nothing more to be said.
Boss, you sure have a lot to say for someone who says there's nothing to say. Why do you always butt in whenever I ask a question, huh? It's starting to seem like you two are in cahoots.
Cahoots? I mean, what even is a cahoot, really? I think this whole ordeal has you on edge. But, all right, have it your way. I'll zip it. Continue with the interrogation, please.
If something like this happened in the Commerce Guild, would your boss, Yen, handle it like Owen? Which is to say, would he insist on paying the damages out of his own pocket?
Well, you never know. Remember when you first got to Sandrock and Yen was there waiting with open arms? Why, he must have walked over 12 steps from his desk to...
What happened to Zip It?
I did say that. Those are words said by me.
You know, at first, I was kind of entertained by this little charade of yours. But, I mean, you could have at least put a little effort into your story. I'm afraid I can't oblige such a pithy performance. I'm sticking to my guns. The kitchen damage falls on me, and that's that.
All right. Looks like I won't be able to change your mind. I suppose I could take 100 goals per month out of your salary, and then...
500. Let's just get it over with.
Come on. You'll be just barely scrapping by for months.
That's nothing to me.
Come on. I already agreed to let you pay. You gotta work with me a little. Stick with 100 a month, all right?
All right. Thank you, Owen.
Well, thanks for coming. And at least helping us get this mess sorted out. Sorry to take up so much of your time. Stop by again soon for a drink, won't you?
Howdy.
I was interested in the origins of the Day of Memories, so I did a little research and, well, it's weird. Everything.
Welcome all. For some of the new folks among us, I shall be reviving the age-old tradition of regaling y'all with the origins of our fine celebration. The Day of Memories is a festival celebrated all across the free seas. Some folk have different ways of celebrating, but the fundamentals remain. We all are aiming not to forget about those who came before us, paving the way. But the Day of Memories is not just about sorrow, not only about loss, though it did begin as the result of a rather tragic event. Indeed, we aim not to mourn the absence of those since passed, but rather to honor their memory and look forward to the future. Like most things, we Sandrockers like to do things a little differently around here. Back when Martel had just discovered the oasis, it wasn't that long removed from the Age of Darkness, when people were still cowering underground. Martel thought to organize a game not unlike hide and seek to finally take advantage of the freedom offered by the vastness of the above. She had people hang lanterns all across the forest around the oasis to tell our ancestors, as well as people traveling the desert, that we're here and we're doing well. We'll continue that tradition today. Let our tears and joy resonate across the desert. Let our departed ones know, with one voice, our one message, and that's that we're still here. Come, let us bow our heads and take a moment of silence in remembrance of those not with us to celebrate today. Now, without further ado, let the Day of Memories festivities begin!
Oh, thank you.